Okay, so I think I'm gonna move this one carefully to the other side. So that way, you can all hear me draw. Or hear me talk. If it even works. At this point, I don't know if it really works. If not, you get a video of just me talking with music. Like music over me talking randomly. But the reason I didn't do my kids' podcast as much this weekend, I was having some chronic health issues. It was really bad. So, it would not have worked. So that's why I kind of, re-uploaded something. I tried my best, but, oh boy, it was bad, I was not feeling well. Whatsoever. And then I got my hair done. So, and I've been waiting for a while. I don't know. You probably won't get a video for the kids on Wednesday because that's my birthday. And I'm taking the day off to do whatever I want. I'm not staying on schedule. Go to work, maybe not do socials, we'll see, it depends on my mood. So I get too bored. But I'm going to my great-grandmother's house, so that'll be fun. I'm hoping on the weekend we can get to the zoo. Not the Philadelphia Zoo, just any zoo at this point. If not, maybe a movie, an action movie theater. I haven't done that in 3 years now, so Jade and I are we sure? And I'm not really sure if I'm sure. So this unicorn, we're using this really, I want to say it's like a bright purple. I really like it. I'm surprised at how bright this purple actually is. And of course, I have plenty of other markers that if the markers dry out, I have others. Because I have a lot of markers.
Bubbles rose to the surface. Bubbles meant it was a genuine unicorn. But that wasn't always considered reliable. Often the owner of unicorn horns would test them by feeding poison to a penguin or chicken and feed the
so I'm excited.
Unicorn horn. Somehow
not really sure what I'm doing for my birthday. I think I'm gonna have a pound cake, which is one of the few things I can eat. I don't really like eggs, but I don't get that many desserts, so I can't really complain. It's one of the few things you can eat, you can't complain about it. It's just how it goes. I think the unicorn's gonna be so cute when we're done. I have to see if we're even talking.
Were dead after 4 hours. The horn was said to be the real deal. The unicorn cure. Unicorn horn was believed to be such strong medicine that for many years, Apothecaries stocked and sold it. Over time, the unicorn came to be a symbol of a Apothecaries shop. The Society of Apothecaries in London adapted the unicorn as part of its coat of armor, and Apothecaries shops might have names like Unicorn Horn or Sign of the Unicorn. If you saw a unicorn sign above a shop, that would be a hint that you could buy medicine there. Apothecaries is a person who prepares and sells medicine. The unicorn in the sky. In 1613, a Dutch astronomer named Petrus Palsian proposed a new constellation right between Canis Minor and Canis Major. The two dogs to the left of Orion. He named it Monocer. Remember the Greek term for on page 9? The unicorn. Monocer, the unicorn, is one of the finest constellations in the sky. It's difficult to see with the naked eye, but on a dark night in a dark place, it just might be possible to find the evolized unicorn. In false unicorn? The truth about unicorns. By 1638, a Danish scientist named Ole Worm had found a narwhal tusk still attached to a narwhal skull. It was proof that unicorn horns weren't real. Ole spread the word around Europe that the horn belonged to a different animal, an equally wonderful animal. But it took another century or so for most people to realize that they had been buying narwhal tusks all along. Ole Worm, son of William Worm, was a natural history buff who often used a fancier Latin version of his name, Aulus Wormus. How could a unicorn horn grow? Ask a biologist. A true horn is a bone surrounded by keratin, the material fingernails are made of, but horns don't start out as part of the animal's skull. They grow from buds in the skin and fuse to the skull later. According to Brian Hall, a biologist who's an expert in bones, something would have had to change before an animal was born for it to have only one horn. In a vertebrate, an animal with a spine column, the left and right hooves of the body developed separately at first. Soon, though, they came together to form central structures. The nose, for example, is a central structure. The heart is a central structure with a left and right side. But other features are paired: 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 arms. One develops on each side of the body. Horns are supposed to be paired structures, but if something goes wrong, they're not. There are examples, for instance, of mature cow with a single horn in the middle of their head. It all depends on something called the hedgehog gene. If that genetic coding gets mixed up, the feature that are supposed to show up on both sides of the body can merge into one. So if a 2-horned animal had a malfunctioning hedgehog gene, its 2 horns might grow as one instead. A deer born with 1 antler. The hedgehog gene is more than just a theory. In 2008, in a nature preserve in Italy, a very unusual roe deer was born. He had just 1 antler, right in the center of its head. Works at the preserve name him Unicorn. It's also possible for a deer to end up with just 1 antler if it hurts itself. A few years later, in 2014, another deer with 1 antler was found in Slovenia. Scientists believe that the Slovenian deer may have injured its antler early in life, and they developed into 1 horn. But the Italian deer had not been injured, most likely a variation in his gene. Put in motion before he was born was the reason he had just 1 antler. The unicorn skeleton. The discovery of a real live narwhal did not stop Europeans from believing in unicorns. In the 17th century, one scientist reported proof of unicorn's existence, a full, real unicorn skeleton. In 1663, miners in Germany were working in a cave when they came upon a set of large, unusual bones. Otto van Gerke are Otto Van Gurkik. Oh, I'm going to be here all day. We're just going to try our best to say that that's how I pronounced it. A local scientist saw the bone and later described them in one of his books. It was resting on its hind quarters, he wrote. As animals are wont to do, with its head rear back. The key part of the skeleton, though, was the horn, which Van Gurken said was as thick as a man's arm. His account was convincing enough that another natural history book called Protogaea, including drawings of the same unicorn skeleton in 1749. Okay. How interesting. Okay, now we can continue. The cave where these bones were found is still called the Unicorn Cave, but today we know that the bones didn't belong to a unicorn at all. They were a group of fossils from extinct mammoth and woolly rhinoceros that had gotten all jumbled up. Well, dang, that's a lot of jumbled.